welcome to the Industry Show. I am your host, James Winborn, and today in studio I have Yae Stratton. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
Been a while. How you been?
I've been good. It has been a while.
Yeah,
Too long.
I know, right?
Too long.
Well, let's get this show on the road because we got a lot to cover today.
Yes.
So I always like to start my show off with taking you back into memory lane a little bit.
Okay.
So tell me, how did you get into acting? What was the...
I've always really liked movies. My mom played a lot of older-ish movies for me. Wizard of Oz, The Wiz, Grease, all those, the Annie, Everything, Crybaby, all that stuff. And I enjoyed them, and I used to sing and dance and memorize the lines and all that stuff. And I actually started dance first. I used to do like praise dance, and I did a little jazz and a little bit of modern. But it was high school. I went to Kappa for high school, and I just applied. I told one of my teachers because I needed help, and she had given me this like old school recorder, the ones that you like press the buttons along with the cassette tape, and it had like my
telling your age now.
you. That's what was on the cassette tape because I used to jam. I said I'm not gonna record over that, but I would use that to practice, recording myself and saying things so that I could prepare for my audition. And the audition went well, and that sort of was my first take into it. Was high school after getting into Kappa.
So was there any like something on TV that influenced you that wanted you? Like, I want to do this. Was it a show, an actress, or anything like that?
It's like yes, basically yes, right? Because I liked performing, and I was obsessed with performers and like just watching them. And I know for me, The Wiz is what always stands out for me because of what it represents, the songs, the dance. Like that probably was the first thing that I was like memorizing all the things. He's on town, doing all this stuff. And seeing people that look like you when you're young and you see people that look like yourself, you're like, I can do that. Right. Okay, I could do that. That could be me one day. I could do that. I got the same shoulder. You know what I mean? You get your little jam on. So I would say I think The Wiz would be my most prominent piece for as a black young lady. And then maybe something like Annie, seeing kids. Right. Annie with the red curly hair. Like
the age group.
Exactly. Seeing young kids doing their thing and being on the shows. And I'm like, wow, like all of these kids on this one movie, it's mostly children. Right. I can do that too. And sort of feeling that way and just, I don't know. I used to just like get into character.
Okay. So do you remember your first movie?
That I was in?
Yeah. First time?
I don't.
What?
Crazy? I don't. It's like.
You probably done a lot, I know. But.
So it's like, yeah, but I don't. So I guess the earliest for me coming back after college would be, I don't even know what it's called, but it was something about space. And we were like astronauts in space. And there was this woman I got connected with through someone else. And we were all there. We would go and film at her house. And she like recreated the space. And we were in a spaceship. And we're rolling around in the spaceship. We're just improvising and making things work. But it was a fun experience. I would not have gotten connected with her otherwise. But I think I was going to those like theater exchanges. And that was like... the theater exchanges were helpful. And I had gone to one. I wanted to go to them so often, and I had gone to one. And then I had gotten some other connections that way. And then I was able to do some more things and then got connected with my friends. And we started doing our own stuff, too. And yeah.
All right, cool. I love it. I love your story there. I always ask that question because everyone has a story about everyone got into this business a different way. Yeah. So I always like to ask that question to see what your process was and how that happened. So having a chance to follow you over the years since I met you, I see a lot of your films.
Thank you.
You're very good with showing emotion. Yeah. Right. So I want to know, what is your process for doing something like that? From getting into the sad moods or even when we worked together, it was something comedy. But, but what is your process for that?
I love storytelling. So that's what really draws me in. And for me, it's that every character is someone out there, right? It may not be you. Sometimes you don't even have the same like anything with them, but it's someone. So I first take that into consideration when building character. That character development piece is big for me. And just if I can step into the mindset of, then I can feel the thing.
Okay.
And sometimes I use music to aid me to coast through or stay where I need to be. When it's comedy, is just shaking it off because I like to think I'm not funny and my friends be like, girl,
please, right,
okay?
please.
But with drama, which is what people are used to seeing me do a lot, you can cry on cue, you can do that. I just sort of put myself in the place of, it took a little bit, like when I first started, I had to use a lot of music, and the music was, it would be slow and so, you know, it could be violin, it could be whatever it is, but I would use different songs. And there's a group that is called Sigur Rós, and they're Icelandic, and they play this music that's just, it's sort of transformative, but if you listen to them talk, it's gibberish.
Oh yeah,
it's not real. Like they made it up, and when they say that, it's like it's things that we made up, and it's like, but I can hear things from it, and that
is that something like soothing or?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Really?
It is. Yep.
Wow.
And that group is one. There's a specific song that I can't pronounce. But there's a specific song that I like from them that I would use a lot when it was, you know, I needed to get emotional. I had to step out of using my own life, right? Like there was moments where it's like, okay, my grandmother passed away. I can think about that she passed away, and I can really get into character that way. I urge people not to do that if they can stand it, because at some point it won't make you sad anymore. But also you're wallowing in real pain for yourself. So when you're stepping out of character, that heavy is still on your heart. That heavy is still all over you. If I'm thinking about we'll say my dad, right? If I'm thinking about my dad passed away, and that's how I'm getting into character, it's real for me.
Right.
It's not real for my character.
Absolutely.
The emotion is what is necessary for the character, but am I really stepping into the mode if I am staying in myself? And then the fight to get out of that. I think that so many of us don't have enough to pull out of that emotional thing. And whether it's music or whether it's songs, I heard people write letters to their characters and they bury them.
Oh, wow.
Whatever that is, you have to get out, because sometimes it's so much. I've been in something that was super emotional, and I stayed in character while they had to reset, and it ended up taking long, and it took me a while when we were done to get out of character, because I just kept crying because I couldn't shake
after the yell cut. Oh wow, yeah.
I was driving home.
I've seen that before. Yeah,
I was driving home, but it's because I had stayed in that mode for so long. I didn't give myself a break, and now you need to release that heavy off of you. That's like the best way I can say it.
So you're the first person I came across that actually said, "Don't do that." Like and I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I always heard people say, they do it that way. They channel their own life, and throw it into the character, and it helps them cry.
It does help. But
so I'm not saying you're wrong at all.
No,
This is the first time I heard it. It's very interesting to hear it the opposite way.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I would say if you can stand it, don't. Like, it's helpful in the beginning. I've done it. I understand.
Right.
But it's hard, and like I said, eventually I couldn't use that anymore because I'm not that kind of sad anymore.
Yeah, right.
So it doesn't work. Now I'm my eyes are dry and I can't cry because that's all I'm using.
So what about, let me ask you another interesting question along the same topic though. You have to be funny, but you're having a bad day.
Yeah.
So how would you turn that on? Like, I need to be silly today, but you're just having a bad day.
Yeah, that one.
Have you ever had to deal with something like that?
Yes, that I don't know that the answer people will care for. It's almost like you've got to drop it at the door. It's that mindset. That's the only way you can do it.
Right.
Like, it's going to sneak in, and as long as you can pull yourself back out. Like, to me, that's why I talk about character development. If you can stay in the world that you're in, then as soon as you get out, it's all going to come flushing back.
Right.
But if you can drop it at the door, take that off your back, take your book bag off, sit it down,
right,
go and step into this world. And if you're really into character, then those things, they can't really do as much as they would be able to do on the regular. But once you're done, it's going to sneak in. You just have to balance those things. But that my biggest thing would be to drop it at the door. Take a deep breath, drop it at the door as much as you can. Sometimes it's difficult and it doesn't work that way, but that's the only way that it works if you're able to drop. Because we're human. Those thoughts are going to come in.
Yeah. And I know people have been in a situation like that where they had to be funny, but they don't feel like being funny today.
And music, again, all those things help too. Like, if you find something that makes you excited, then that might help. That's going to help change your mood a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that like storytelling is so many things, right? And music is one of them, and we know that. And we can utilize those things to help alter. You know, you listen to a song, it can change your whole day.
Yeah. Absolutely, yep.
Whether it makes you angrier or you know, sadder or happier, like, so use that.
For like a superhero now,
yeah,
right?
No, seriously.
Right. So you mentioned several times. You mentioned character building just then, and so tell me how it's important to you as an actress. How do you develop it? What is your process with it? What do you go through?
So to me, it's important in understanding who you are supposed to be, right? Mm-hmm. I do questions, you know, what your favorite color, what do you like, who's your father, you know. The first thing is going through the script and seeing what they already say about you.
Okay.
Because a lot of times we are looking for answers and they're right there.
In the script, right.
And so I yell at people. Mm-hmm. I'm like, read the script.
Right.
Read the whole script.
Right.
Don't just read your scenes because you'll miss something. Mm-hmm. But if you read through the script, that's going to tell you a little something about your character so that you can then challenge yourself to add to that, right? What is your favorite color? What do you like? What do you like to eat? Who is your parents? All those kind of things. Like that is what's helpful. And so I do a series of questions for myself and I just write everything out. And I go over that and I read over that. And I take that in and I start to build worlds. So there's been times that I've been my scene partner. We have met and made up stories for ourselves. So where did we meet?
About your character, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Where did we meet? Right. How old were we? What were we doing? Why did I think that was cool? You know, if we're supposed to be love interests, okay. So what is it what's the nickname that you have for me that no one knows? Like those subtle things are pieces that can really help you in the scene. You're really just doing all of that work so that if something derails or goes off or what, you know how to react and respond as your character.
Right.
You're just working to separate yourself so that you can stay authentic to who you're playing as.
You also have a theater background, right?
Yes.
I can tell. Because improv is very important in theater.
Yes.
Because if somebody misses a line and it's live, you got to be able to get back on, like you said, derail, you got to get back on track.
Yeah.
So that definitely is important when it comes to character building and in theater, right?
Yeah. Like if you're on stage and the play is going and you're like, I missed my line. People paid their money to be here. You are transforming, like you're bringing them into a world. It's your job.
Right.
To stay true to that. So the more work you can do ahead of time, the more questions you can ask yourself, the more things that you can be prepared for. Right. Maybe maybe it's not you. Maybe me and you are in something, you forget your line.
Right.
I need to be able to bring us back so that you can then get back to your line.
Lines, right, yeah.
So you don't then take that and you're like, oh, I ruined this. You know what I mean? Like and being prepared, because sometimes people do different things. And then you're like, oh, you're not supposed to do that.
Right.
Like, wasn't I, though?
Right. Have you ever done that in the theater? Like missed a line or kind of got off track and all that? Yeah.
And I wrapped around it and eventually...
Right back to it.
Yeah.
I know
you know the gist of it, you know?
Yeah. I've never done anything live. I've been a part of live plays and stuff, but it's scary. I always talk about this on the show, but sorry for y'all that heard the story before, but it's scary. It's scary to be live and you can't yell cut. You know, when we do the film, we can cut. Let's do that again. Yes. Now the final copy looks perfect.
Yeah,
you know,
that's exactly. I think I have that conversation enough with people where I'm like, there's no stopping.
Right.
You have to be ready. You just have to trust that you've got
2 hours.
When the show starts, you've got to trust that at this point, the show is going to be what it's supposed to be. I have everything I need to succeed. I know my character enough to work around things because there's you get intermission, but some shows don't.
Right.
So like you said, you're 2 hours of just trying to figure out how to get there. No, that's why you have your scene partners and you work together and you rehearse because you learn to trust one another. Somebody will get you back.
Right.
The goal is that everybody's not gonna forget unless someone did some hypnosis or something. Everybody
totally
forgetting is
crazy. Messed up,
right?
But and that's the beauty of it because the audience will never know that you messed up.
Right.
You know, it's like that
they
was
don't
perfect.
know. They don't know.
That wasn't even in the script. You know, we just figured it out.
It's not rolling on the back behind you, you know?
That's great. So to date, what has been your favorite role and why?
I will shout out to my friend Ted, who wrote a film called First Lady. I will say that one because we've done it multiple times with different casts, and it's up on my YouTube channel too. But the last time we did it, it was in LA, filmed, and it was a good experience. Like when you're sitting with a character that you've already had some time with. Each time you do it, it grows a little more, right? You know, there are some people who do plays and they bring them back each year, and some casts are the same, and they're able to learn more things about those characters. It was sort of like that. And then we had some kids on set that I was able to coach on set. You know, just the character herself is just so... She's just fighting all the things, and she's married to a pastor, and she's having trouble with her family, and she's navigating just wanting to be pure and right and helpful. And, you know, sometimes we think the things we do are the best things, and they're not, but they feel like it. You want to protect, you want to help. And so for me, it would be that character just because of the depth of her and being able to learn more about who she is and understanding like the underlying thing of her hurt, her trauma, and her love. So,
and what's the name of that?
It's called First Lady,
and it's on your YouTube page, right? All
right,
so
Teddy
everyone
Johnson.
check that out.
It's
called First Lady.
Yeah.
One thing I remember you used to do a while ago. I think you said you're thinking about doing it again. So you already left. You know, I'm going Monologue Monday.
Monologue.
It was so entertaining for me, and like I said, I'm not an actor, but just to watch you perform things like that and do these monologues. So where did that come from? The idea of doing Monologue Monday.
So it came from wanting to do content and not being able to.
Oh, okay.
It was just, it really
was that around COVID?
It was before COVID. No, it was before COVID. It just was like, if you want to do something, sometimes you can't always wait for people, right? You can audition 1,075,000 times, and maybe you get a role, maybe you don't. You know, sometimes people share with you that they're working on things that they want to do, they plan to do, but it might not be in the timing that you think. And so for me, I said, well, I'm not doing any other training. I still have my core training that I use, but how else can I exercise my skill set? And so monologues, I think that there is a lot to be said in a monologue. I love to see pieces where people use minimal folks. I love to see how they tell a story with a small amount of people. And then that also gets me on the memorizing kick too, to sharpen my skill and speak well and open your mouth, speak clearly, you know, all the things that I yell at myself in my head. So Monologue Monday was that for me. It was a good time to just try different things, do different monologues that maybe I wanted to test out. Eventually, I know for one season I did like male monologues, which is like not ideal, but I'm like, there are some male monologues that are really great. I did melodies to monologues. There are some nice songs, and I watch it now and I'm like, I could do this, I could do that. You know what I mean? You'll always find that, but that was my way of keeping myself busy without thinking too hard, because I have a tendency to be a perfectionist, as a lot of us are, and push back on myself and like make content. I'm like, I'm not going to put that out. And so that was my opportunity to like just do it, put it out every Monday, no matter what. I would be on someone's porch. I would be in the living room. I would be in the hallway, because I'm like, you have to do it.
It's just sharpening your sword, you know, keeping on top of the game. And that way, if someone calls, you're ready.
Exactly.
So do you have monologues in your head? I'm not going to ask you to perform anything, but do you have monologues that's ready to go?
Yeah. I also used to do improv-alogues. There are things that I just make up.
Oh, really?
That feels like it's something written. I just made it up, though.
And you was doing tongue twisters, too.
I was.
I remember
definitely
that.
do tongue twisters. Yeah.
I tried to keep rewind. It's a little crazy. Peter Piper picked the pepper. That's about it. That's about it. I ain't going into that.
Yes, we do. Can you can a can as a canner can a can?
Oh, what?
That's the C tongue twister.
Oh, God.
You know, for a moment, I did all the alphabet. I did all tongue twisters, A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. And then I did a few extra that I was trying. Some I made up, some I found online, just to, you know, another piece to sharpen your, like, what are you doing? this is something that we need to do daily.
Right.
And a lot of times we have things that happen in life and you're not able to. So what is something quick, a tongue twister, something quick you can try, you laugh at yourself, you have a good time. I laugh, I stumble over things. People are like, you get it all the time. I don't.
Right.
I stumble, like, but it's still fun. And that's what it's about. Like just sharpening that skill, like you said.
Right. That's dope. So, starting your own podcast.
Yes.
Why did you create this? Becoming the Part is the name of it. So, why did you create this?
Becoming the Part was another opportunity for me to share the knowledge that I have in just my own thought process. It's again compared to the idea that I am very big on character development. They're like, that's all you care about.
Right.
Like, it's such a huge part. It's not all I care about.
Huge part,
but character development is such a big part of acting, right? And even when you're a writer, when you're a director, when you're writing out these characters, you have an idea of who they're going to be. And so it was, I think that my friend Rob said it. He's like, she really wanted to be called Becoming the Character. I'm like, well,
the character.
But also Becoming the Part, because that's what we are. We're stepping into the role. We are becoming the part. We are, it's not who we're staying. We're not going to be that forever. But yes, we need to sort of shed ourselves off to step in. I feel like there is message in everything. And when we're taking on these characters, it's intentional, right? The characters that we take, that's our story. That's our journey. If you are not going to do the due diligence for these characters and do the work, then don't let someone else do it.
Right.
And so when I'm talking about Becoming the Part, the podcast itself for me was a moment to just work through things myself and share. My friends are like, it's more like a master class. I'm like, I mean, it's me giving the knowledge.
That's a good point. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, because another piece of it that I'll eventually do, similar to what you're doing, like some interview, just to talk through certain things with people. But on that part of the podcast, I wanted to stay how it is, with just me talking to people and working things out, because that's what I made it for. The slogan is anyone can act with the right tools. Sometimes you, like, even when you're public speaking, you need those tools, you need those things. But of course, everybody think, oh, acting is easy. I could just, it's not easy. It's not. It's not. And it's not the largest part of a set either. It's important, but it's not the biggest part. You've got editors, you've got writers, you've got directors, you've got, there's so many, lighting, sound. You can act your butt off, and if no one can see you, hear you, or nothing else, it won't.
It's a silent movie.
That's it.
Right.
They're like, what's wrong with her?
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, I commend you on your show because I like it. And one of the reasons why I started my show was because I didn't see a lot of shows like this and yours.
Yes.
They're just sitting down talking about acting in the process. You just named everything that's a part of making a film.
Right.
And that's why I try to break things down. So I was really inspired to see your show.
Yes.
So I love it. And continue to support
and I'll be coming back this summer with this show. I started it when I was living in Indiana.
Okay.
And now I'm back in Philly.
All right.
And once I'm done this festival that I'm working, I'll be kicked back into it. I was getting everything together for my set. And doing those things. I have someone helping me with that. Empress Luxury Events is helping me with set. My husband is, of course, getting all the equipment together. And,
teamwork makes
got
the
everything
teamwork
working. So I'm excited to start it back up. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
No doubt. Any role you haven't played but want to one day? Everybody has
There's
a dream.
a lot. There's a lot of roles. I which I'm about to do some, but horror.
Oh, really?
Horror. Those are those desolate, like, I don't know, creepy. Those are things that people don't normally think of me as, but horror, any horror role. Like, I'm going to be playing a vampire pilot at the end of next month.
Okay.
I am the vampire.
Oh, really?
So that's going to be fun.
Is that a lead role for you?
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, and so that's going to be fun as well.
Sucking blood and stuff like
just,
that. Okay.
Just
get ready, y'all.
Crazy stuff. But yeah, like more horror, honestly. And that's what I was saying to someone else. I'm like, I want to do horror. Like, I like to watch it, and most people don't know that, but any character in that, like, there is a story in that, and to me it's all a mental thing, just being stuck in the head, and we have moments where we're just in a cycle, or we feel crazy. So even though horror to some people, or thriller, is like super scary, it's really just the idea of that mental capacity and how we navigate through those things is sort of how I look at horror, and that's why I want to do.
Well, hey, come and soon. The vampire.
The vampire near you.
Yeah, it's a vampire near you. That's awesome. That is really awesome. I would love to see you in that role because that's something a little different.
Yeah, very different than what you see me. Yeah.
Usually will play. So what for you? What is the beauty for being an actress?
Being able to heal people. Sometimes we play a role and you might have someone come up to you like, thank you so much. I needed that. Right. It's healing for, like I was saying earlier, I feel like in every role it's healing for you, but it's also healing for others.
Okay.
There is a like therapeutic piece about being these characters and even in your funny roles and your playful and all those things and everything, there's something. And sometimes it's what we need. But a lot of times it's going to hit somebody and it's what they need. And we may never meet them.
Right.
But that is the piece for me, even though we don't know, it's the unknowing. But yeah, that moment of healing and telling someone's story and saying something in a way that maybe they can't share themselves or have not been able to express.
Right.
Yeah, I love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. So let's do a little fun right now. Let's have some rapid fire questions to end the show off.
Okay.
All right. So you ready?
Yes.
Favorite actor?
Favorite actor? Danielle Deadwyler right now.
Okay. Any reason why or?
She has a strong presence in everything I've seen her in. I can't take my eyes off her.
Okay.
And I love that.
All right. Awesome. Best movie you ever saw?
The Wiz.
We talked about that already.
It's still going to be The
Wiz. That's your top.
It's a feel good. It's going to be at the top.
Hey, I can't go wrong with
Somebody can argue with me. That's okay. But it's still going to be my top.
All right. Dream co-star?
Dream co-star.
Anywhere.
Viola Davis.
I had a feeling you was going to say that.
I feel like that would be nice.
Okay.
Denzel Washington would be the other.
Okay. Comedy or drama?
Drama. You already know.
I already know, right? All right. Netflix or a movie theater?
A movie theater. A movie theater.
Why is that?
I love movie theater popcorn.
Is the popcorn is the only reason?
I love, like, I've got a nice, but a big screen. Now they have reclining chairs. I can put my little feet up. Yeah. I can bring my blanket if I want to. I've got my little movie theater popcorn and my lemonade. Right. Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right. Okay. Method acting or wing it?
Method.
Never
winging it.
That's the theater, right? That's the
theater.
The weirdest.
Because
theater.
even winging it, you gotta prepare something.
Yeah. You gotta have something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, one last question is: how do you protect your mental health in the industry today?
Boundaries.
Boundaries. Yes.
You have to have boundaries.
Yes.
You have to learn how to juggle the things. It's hard, but you have to have boundaries. You have to know when you're not going to do something, and you have to stick to that no matter what people say. They'll come to you for what you do.
Right.
And you have to prioritize like your personal life versus this is work. It's a craft, but it's work. I've got a kid. I have a husband. You have to prioritize those things as much as you can.
Never take your character home with you, right?
Never. No.
Right.
You can't. Unless it's a character you're writing, then it's already home,
Right.
unfortunately.
Right.
But yeah,
like in the book with you, right?
And I have done that before and had to check myself. So yeah.
All right.
Boundaries.
Well, thank you so much for being on my show.
Finally.
Today. Yeah, I know, right? We got it done. We got it done. I'm so happy to have you in studio today.
Yeah.
I've been following you for a long time. I've been watching your films. It's been a pleasure working with you at times.
Yes.
You are definitely talented, and I'm looking forward to your future and that vampire role.
I know. I'm so excited for this vampire role.
When you start shooting that?
I start shooting it July 26th. I'm going to Florida for 3 days to shoot. We're just going to do a pilot, and yeah.
Hey, I wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
So like I said, that's Yae. I'm James Winborn. I thank y'all for watching the show today, and until next time, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.